Alright, what is going on everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Bringing some more Final Fantasy XIV, Ryuk-san and Mirate, and we're going to be getting even with God mode. Let's do it. So, you have friends at Castrum Centri who want for rescue. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperial Horsons. But enough about me. Let's talk strategy. Rescuing foe from captivity is right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that you're friends, or that you're friends or where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved somewhere else. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Centri from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the mortals, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, it might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the things happening within. Once you know for certain your friend's there, over to the next stage of the operation. Now get going and Godspeed. Hey, what's up, Max? I don't know. He just wants to get it back, I guess. I have no idea. He wants to keep trying. He wants to get on top again. It's just how Reed is. Oh my gosh, I hate that. The sticky tone. This guy's gonna do it too. God, there's a lot of them. That's all through it. Not doing any of that. Oh my god, look at that thing. Yeah, he wants to keep going. He wants to do it again. Oh my gosh. Why are there so many? I just want to get to my mission without having to face any extra enemies. You want to face? Let's face, but it's not going to be a good idea for you. Alright, Jada's 5, here we go. Oh! Don't mind if I do. Sounds good. Alright, let's investigate the drainage pipes. The faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be deaf-mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Elazing gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spot gibberish. I do wonder, why is the tribunus so obsessed with this Memphilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? As we'll try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over. Let's get back to our stations. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. We're gonna go back here so we don't have to go through so many enemies again. Be a lot quicker. Okay. No. It's good to see you again, Ryuk. I've given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Yeah, something like that. Tell me, what were you able to learn? Some affiliate and the others are indeed at Castrum Centri. The present thus confirmed. You may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from it. Good work, Ryuk. As Alphinaud has already told you, we plotted our course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Galima is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Amphilia and the others are counting on us, Ryuk. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. While Galamon goes about devising his plan, we need to see some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're sword and armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energies that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use the device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. I haven't started making him yet. He's going to be in 2K22. Oh, and just so you know, plasmors are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Clean the racks out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of your preparation. The plans to have you enter Castrum Centri all decked out in Imperial duds, but it disguises more than just clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act upon it. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions, everything as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but especially learn it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Centri, and watch the Imperials do what they do. I'll think about that. I usually like to start people off solo. Like people like that. He's more like a solo wrestler. Alright, so we're gonna go over here. Prime location. Oh. You're gonna die, Plasmoid. I know we're gonna have more, but I'm been taking a little break lately just because WWE 2K20 sucks and it's kind of hard to do teams right now in that game. Because if I have a 3-on-3 or if I have a 6-man tag team match, my game crashes, especially on Universe mode. So it's kind of hard to make big teams like that right now. So that's why I'm waiting until 2K22 to be able to do stuff like that. Ugh. Trying to avoid that toad. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like waiting on that until 2K22 comes out. Because once 2K22 comes out, then I'll be able to do a lot more like big teams like that. Or at least, let's hope, anyways. Dang it! I was trying to avoid. Now I got this big toe that I don't want to face on my hands. Goodbye. Oh, J Blair. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up there. Alright, I think we're good there. Wait, I got two. Oh. Where's the other one then? I guess I can do that one really quick too. Yeah, that's fine. So we're stand. Oh my gosh, these people are just so. Okay, I'm gonna try to lose this enemy first. Ugh. Goodbye. Alright. Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Alright, going back to Revenant's Toll. So did you manage to learn the Imperial salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. So I've learned Imperial salutes. And I leveled up. No. Yes. 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose. The power. My thanks, Ryuk. You are called Ryuk Salimerte, yes? I've heard of your plight from my friend Galamont. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea, both, I will offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Centri, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bounties of the recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castrum's Centri never lacked for Imperial patrols. It ought not take long to obtain these sets of gears. One of each member of the infantry team, Biggs, Reg, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. We are getting close, guys. We're getting close to the end of the main story of Realm Reborn. God, these enemies are just so hostile. It's insane. There's one. Now what? Oh, I don't want to fight you. Ugh. Just wasting my time now. Oh my god, man! I wasn't even near him! God, never met the most hostile enemies ever. Like, these are the most hostile enemies I've ever had in this entire game. Alright, sounds good, man. Alright. Alright, this will be the last enemy right here. There we go. Alright. Were you able to attain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? To draw suspicion, they must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith Egnolf at the Diamond Fours in Rowan's house of splendor should be able to hammer them back into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead, and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him in the need of utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Huh. So you're the adventurer Shark Malinox sent, yeah? I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. I see. Oh yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malonic a favor or two. Took good care of old Engolf back in the day before I fell into old Rowena. Did you know his son? He's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate. Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did. But I suppose he always felt the adventurer's life calling him. But here I go blabbering on where there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two and the great Egenolf will have you looking good as new. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Malak my regards, will you? Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Yes, these were so beautifully. The great Egenolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a Lagadus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces, lest you feel that the Guardians might detect your foreignness. The foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Guardian invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of the land into armed forces. It turned these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been assistance to you, cuz. Why would I? A wealthy merchant wished to help you. I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interest of the realm. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been at it myself. It took me long enough, but I finally has a plan to get us a suit of Magitek armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Centri deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's toll. So hoping to coax the Imperials out of the shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designed their strongholds. Tain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Anyway, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up until now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. I've done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not though, they'll be very adventurous and far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use the smoke signal here. It's fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I am mistaken, that's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now. So run along, and don't forget to salute. One of our covert operatives, I take it. And or out of uniform, would you do well to remember your courtesies? One of our covert operatives, are you? Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say. Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should not go wary, use your smoke signal to call us. Here we go. I hope you don't mind me joining. Seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry, I thought I'd be best on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place, but where is the enemy? Sir, over there! Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. There we go. At last, a very uncertain Magitech armor. Not wishing to look at gift to Chocobo in the beak, but it does seem rather the worse for rare, doesn't it? Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course. But looking past that, I say she's structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but this servo-mechanism may be damaged. Huh? But aren't those things protected by elm-thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. Got that, Reg? Oh, car Chocobo. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for our use of Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Ryuk. Going back to Revenant's Toll. there's another one here. Magitech armor. Send the others chuck it inside. Go on in and join them. We've now had the time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo-mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though. Biggs and Reg will see her restored to former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they will think of naught else till the job's done. 'Tis a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the private. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Reg complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo-mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Reg has subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core, which drives its warm beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this repair is long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordana. But all is not lost. Reg thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitech cores won't be on use. We need to find the replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Durand head maintenance engineers of Castrum Centri hired members to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution, to substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo-mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmith Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Uldar and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, they typically cost something in the order of... I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. So I guess we're stuck paying for that. Let's go to Goldsmith's Guild. I'm not sure where that's at in Uldar though. I gotta look and see where that's at. I've never been to the Goldsmith's Guild in Uldar. I've been to the Goldsmith's Guild in the other two city-states, but I've not been there in the Uldar city-state. So, wow. So Goldsmith's Guild, Miners Guild. Do I have any of those? Probably not. Oh, I guess I was at the Goldsmith's Guild. I didn't think I was at the Goldsmith's Guild, but I guess I have been there. Alright, well, that works after all. Hello there. Come to collect the mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have. A heart fit for a prince among mammoths. A payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphino's personal use after all. He notified us a short while ago if his manservants would be coming to collect it. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmith Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. Well, that was nice of her. We appreciate that, little miss. So... back to Revenant's Toll. Want to go in? I hardly need sand, but try not to be seen. Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Hooray! Thank you so much! But this is magnificent. It was a caught an emperor's ransom. Free of charge! Courtesy of Alpha now? Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magitech armor, engage! Or not. Haha, she just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. She's alive! Let's figure out outside and put her through her paces. Ryuk, would you care to do the honors? Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Move. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north quick as you can. Legs joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back, Ryuk. The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. Here's a summary of our findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo-mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition, and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like the part of the team, in which case we should do all our best to make her feel welcome. Daft as it felt, I gave it my best. I welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting to do anyways? Bob us a courtesy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth's heart in place of the War Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with the Guardian technology. Wedge, are there no other ways you might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at her wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Imperials! They've come for the armor! Damn it! They have us cornered. There's the Reaper! Taken by the traitor Garland! And is that the Econ Slayer? Oh, bollocks! Call for reinforcements! The hell you will. We've located the stolen Reaper. Requesting immediate assistance. Respond! Respond! It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it. Bloody hell, Ryuk. Protect the armor at all costs. Yeah! Now she desires to grace us with her presence. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Centri and rescue our comrades. There, the finishing touch. The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install the mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I would rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Big and Reg, the Reaper is good as new. We're as prepared as we'd like to get. How go your preparation, Ryuk? We leave as soon as you're ready. Garments, you came. Thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. 'Tis the least I can do for the fine men and women we're about to make of my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me, for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer in Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. And there was a sister, too. Pretty little things. She was gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folks living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And the Imperials came and took it all away. When Al Amigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor while my mother and sister were forced to do the far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best as they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around the gorge, not far outside the walls, when they caught up with us. And rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight with the Imperials clapped me in the chains and dragged me back. 'Twas some years ago I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore that I'd give revenge on the Empire, and became an adventurer so as to hone my skills, earn the coins I needed, but nigh on 2 decades since gone by, and what I've achieved. Buggers all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Galamont. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? Anyway, after you got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've heard a few folks take on the Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge. But something tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, with everything you've got planned. And you are sure that will satisfy you. If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We would be glad to have you with us. Tempting Tempting though your offer is, I'm afraid I must decline. I swear to get revenge on the Empire, it's true, but I've long since realized the front lines are no place for a man like me. There's some as I would call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in sermon, you see, not swordplay. Hoping folks like you is how I can make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May God give you strength. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who calls Erosio's home, we must put an end to Gaius' ambitions. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Reg and I will lie in wait right east of Castrum Centri, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Already. There's Castrum Centri right there. Oh, come on, man. I can't do any of this without having to kill unwanted enemies I don't need to kill. Wasting more time. Good lord, just stop doing that so I can just kill you. Oh my god. Oh. Alright. Forgive me for saying so, but you cut quite a dazzling figure in Imperial black and crimson. But now is not the time for jests. Let's review the infiltration plan. Castrum Centri lies just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left us to do its rounds. Alphino and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we are able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the stronghold, posing as a patrol returning from duty. Should Alphino and I prove less distracting than hoped, I will contact you via link pearl. Be ready to be a hasty retreat. Reg will lead the way in the Reaper. Stay close to him. And I hardly need to tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. Oh, unless you wonder, Ida and Yastola left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event that Alphino and I attract too much attention, but the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed. They did at least leave a message for you. Something along the lines of, don't do anything reckless, if memory serves. Wise words. Alright, the Imperial Patrol should be returning any moment now. You'd best be off. Good luck, Ryuk. May the Trove keep you. Alright, we are in. Oh, don't slap her.
You have spirit. That I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all, yourself.
No one's that, my lady.
This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from the beginning.
Don't slap her! No! Stop it!
Tell me everything, and I shall end it quickly. Refuse, and though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study. Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridianum.
Yes, milady.
Alright, so now that we're in here in the skies, if we pass any of like the Imperial people, whatever, they're not gonna come after us. So, at least there's that. I best get back to my duties. The supplies aren't going to move themselves, and neither are the prisoners come to that. Oh, I gotta perform the Imperial salute, that's right. Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you were there. So engrossed was it my task. You'd be engrossed, too. I had the tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous Scions of the Seventh Dawn, captured by the tribunus herself. If you don't believe me, have a look in the stores tower when next you pass that way. That's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from Ostens, are you? Welcome to Castrum Centri, engineer. The what? Prisoners? Ah, you've heard the rumors then. Yes, they're being held in the stores tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. You were summoned here to work, not to guard by Erosia's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm, or I'll have you reported. There's Biggs. I only asked because I dropped something in there and, oh, who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, alright? I dare say you know the one I mean, eh? The svelte blonde. Goodness, no. It's the Lalafell lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her into my arms and squeeze her until my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centri to lend me the key so I can see her? What's this? You need access to the storage tower. What business have you there? At Shipping's behest, you say. This is highly irregular, but it would not do to make my lady wroth. Take my identification key. See that it's returned when your errand is concluded. Alright, here we go. So you gotta give it to Biggs. Security is tight, just as we expected. We're going to need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead. Alright. No! Ophelia and the rest, thank goodness they're safe. I am the one you want. Leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life, and you shall answer to your mistress. Tatterer, we must do something. We risk letting the entire Castrum know we're here. You're right. We might not get a better chance. There's the third squadron. What is it? A Reaper. Seized Ren. And this came to light only now? The culprits will have left a trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Now's our chance. What the? Strike my last! Eliminate the intruders! Oh, I can't move. Wow. Wow, who is the crap killing me right now? What the heck? Okay, someone's doing way too much damage than they should be doing to me. I shouldn't be dying that easily like that. Yeah, everything very easy if it's gonna be like that. Like, what the freaking heck? I've already watched that. I'm not gonna waste my time doing that multiple times. Ryuk, I was so scared. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But thank you. I started to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I'm beginning to fear for the fellow. To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away, ere the window to our liberty closes shut. What did you say? Escaped? Then recapture them. Fail, and I shall have your head. And what have we here? The Tribunus herself, just as you said. You have the eye of an airman, Ida. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in that showy armor of hers. Accursed scions, how did you slip our defenses? With unexpected ease, if truth be told. There chanced to be a commotion outside the Castrum walls, which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comforts of your vehicle. Ystola, just be polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger would be seen dead on it. So you scuttled in amidst the freight, like the vermin you are. I shall be sure to have words with our rat catcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. That is far from your most pressing concern. First, you must answer for your own wrongdoing. Livia says genius. 'Twas who led the raid of Waking Sands. You who butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy of capture. You killed our friends. We'll never forgive you. Nor shall we suffer to plague Eorzea a day longer. Betake you to your god. More intruders! Protect the Tribunus! Confound it! Ida, with me! Oh. Oh. After them! Where is His Excellency? In the hangar, my lady, and discuss with our guests. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. No. No, no, no! There they are! Fan out and surround them! Must protect Castrum. Biggs, I'm going in. See everyone to safety. No! Rad, don't do it! Oh no, Ryuk, hold him off. I'll look after Mephilia and Tadaru. Right here in front of me. There it is.
Take the leader, kill the rest. What the?
The Astola! Pray, forgive us our delay.
Papolino, Minfilia.
Ida!
What took you so long?
Well, it's nice to see you too.
The reunion must wait.
Right, first things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
But there's no one in there.
This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
One.
2,
3,
4.
Wait for it. 5.
I know not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas. I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons. If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
What in the 7 hells? Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo. The Alagons used it to crush primal and foe alike. And now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius!
Look! There! Beside the Black Wolf! An Ascian. An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
La Habrea. It could only be him. Thancred!
I forgot about that. I don't know why, but like I said, guys, it has been a very long time since I've actually been through the whole entire story alone, because I've been focusing on like my one character, Black Arcturus. I forgot that Thancred was La Habrea. Wow.
He was La Habrea? No. No, this cannot be.
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
Man, I forgot that Thancred was La Habrea.
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all! No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Cryo, this is Minfilia.
The situation may have taken an ill turn,
Forgive me if I seem brusque.
but the battle is far from over. And so long as we stand together,
Wonderful.
there shall ever be hope of
I'm
victory.
sorry to press, but we need it urgently.
The people of Eorzea falter for want of such hope. Let us provide
I
it.
am in your debt,
Let us
my
bear to
son.
them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
My regards to Grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Alright guys, so we're gonna do the one more mission here after this one, and then we're gonna end it right there. Hells, take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move upon my word. And relay to Salvser in order to sail. That is all. The maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we'll like to be. I need only give the word to Raoul. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last, I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth if not this? And he claims the fairy for his god. 'Tis bad comedy. The Holy See has made its choice. We will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action. Not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Van Baslar claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet offer resistance, and he swears that he shall share the primal's fate. Pardon me and my bluntness, but I not like these choices. This is too great of a decision for any of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender or resistance, we must answer one. For it but surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all our peoples. Affiliate should be right here. There she is. Thancred's plight troubles us all, yet we cannot allow anything to come between us and our goal. So long as the Ultima Weapon exists, Eorzea will never know peace. Let us go to the Alliance leaders, Ryuk, and help them to make the right decision. Grim tidings, Ryuk. It seems the word of the Ultima Weapon's existence has already reached the elite Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. They have gathered in the Fragon chamber and are deliberating their answer even as we speak. Bigly geared as they are, I fear they may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. That which the Black Wolves offer will doom Eorzea, not deliver it, and this leader must be made aware of this. Let us hurry to them, Ryuk, and assure that they do not act in ignorance of the consequences. Alright, so we have to go... Alright, we don't have to go that far. Do you wish to leave the landing area? Yes, please. I would love to leave the landing area. Busting strip, I think, is where we might have to go, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. Alright. This is gonna be the last one we're gonna do for tonight, guys. Because after this, we have the big trial boss, which I think is the Ultima Weapon, if I'm not mistaken. A council of the Alliance leaders is presently in progress in the Fragrant Chamber. I must ask that you step away from the door, sir. I'm sorry? You in here about behalf of the Sons of the Seventh Dawn? 1,000 pardons, my lord. Of course you may enter.
We keep treading the same ground.
Van Belsar's demands are clear.
Alas, our minds are not.
I've never been one to shy from a fight, but if this weapon of theirs can do all they claim...
It has been 5 years since the calamity, and our people have scarce begun to rebuild their lives. Can we now, in good conscience, call upon them to risk what little they have left? I would spare them the pain of further conflict. Conflict, I say, though that would imply forces set in opposition. If the combined might of 3 primals could not stay Garlemald's new terror, what meaningful resistance can we offer?
We who struggle to quell the foes who rise up within our own borders.
Long have we fought the primals, but to what end? We strike them down at no small cost, only for them to rise again and again. Are we to play this profitless game for the rest of days? I, for one, grow tired of it. Mistake me not. I do not propose to trade one tyranny for another. I love liberty. But conciliation need not mean oppression.
By the 12, though neither of you cried surrender, your every word betokened it. Not that I deny there is truth in what you say, nor can I rightly claim that Ul'dah is ready to fight. Refugees flood our gates, and beastmen swarm our land, while the great and the good do nothing. My flames struggle to bear the burden. I put on a grand show at the Remembrance Service, made all manner of lofty promises. I've made good on not a bloody one.
Do not blame yourself, Reborn. You said only that which the people needed to hear. All present have done the same. Our citizens had become lost to hope. If our words serve to kindle it in them anew, better we speak than remain silent. Our enemy condemns us for failing our people. Yet what does he care for their well-being? While we labored to rebuild their lives, the Black Wolf built instruments of murder with which to end them.
Her Majesty speaks true. For all our failings, the people's well-being has ever been our foremost priority. While none among us ever doubted that the Empire would one day resume its war, we scarcely had means enough to solve the problems of the present.
Aye, which is why we look to others to safeguard our future. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, alas, they are gone, and the Black Wolf is at our door.
Admiral! I fear you are mistaken.
Alphinaud? Minfilia? And 7 hells! Master Garland?
And you, dear friend.
By Ralga, you're alive. All of you.
As we approached, I would swear I heard talk of surrender. But I know that cannot be. It is not the Eorzean way.
Hear me, my friends. Accepting the Garleans' offer to vanquish the Primals would be folly. Folly, I say. For might is not the answer to the primal threat. Indeed, the more the Empire exerts its strength, the worse matters will become. Primals enter this world when mortals call upon them, and mortals are wont to appeal to a higher power when they are desperate. Nothing is more certain to breed desperation in the beast tribes than the Garleans' proposed solution.
The true answer lies in a lasting peace. But the Garleans only know war and conquest. Should Eorzea fall into their hands, there will be such suffering as none can imagine.
We are not blind to the many challenges that each of your nations face. Yet you must not give in.
Aye. Remember 5 years ago when you wagered all for the sake of the realm? Remember what you fought for, what you were willing to die for. Let the memories rekindle the fire in your heart, for Eorzea has need of it again.
Come what may, we Scions will never give up the fight. And so I bid you stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm.
A great man once said that a shrewd merchant grasps not for the quick profit, but invests in the future. Wise words, eh, Reborn?
Cid,
Your words stir and shame me in equal measure. How could I contemplate surrender? I know full well that all we have, we owe to the sacrifices of those who went before us. Yet the seeming hopelessness of our plight robbed me of my insight. We Gridanians have no love for war, yet we have still less for those who would threaten our homeland. Ever have we fought to protect those things we hold dear, and this shall never change. Gridania will go to war. We will fight the Empire. For the sake of the realm, and all who abide here.
At long last, I hear words worthy of a founder of the Alliance. Reborn, are we to be outdone?
I lost one homeland. The thought of losing another had blunted my resolve. But no man knows better than I that if you want aught, you'd best be ready to die for it. With great danger comes the chance for great glory and great profit. We Uldans who have turned sand into gold know this well. How many times have we fallen into the pit of despair, only to have you pluck us out? I've fair lost count.
Reckless, the lot of you, like bloody pirates. Well, I won't waste my breath trying to talk you round, on account of being a pirate myself. And the pirate who shrinks from a challenge is no pirate at all. Those who would pick a quarrel with us must choose. Back down, or go down with all hands. Let the Garleans come. The united strength of Limsa Lominsa will be waiting for them.
If our realm is to be free of this pall of darkness, let it be by our own hands.
For Eorzea!
We must needs consider how the weapon may be brought to bear against us.
The Maelstrom will secure strategic points along the coastline.
In the meantime, the flames will deploy and...
Be at ease, my friends. You have banished our doubts. Pray leave the military matters to us, and retire to the waking sands. We will send word anon.
I had to go to the Waking Sands. That was a long cutscene. Oh crap, my phone's almost dead. Crap. Alright.
I cannot well express my relief to think that the Alliance came so close to surrender.
But the fire in their hearts has been rekindled, and they will fight to the last.
This warmth inside. Did you feel it too, Grandfather? I would know something. Was that your power at work earlier?
Nothing of the sort. The leaders of Eorzea had lost their way. I merely helped them to find it again. Oh, hello. Yes, our party returned just a moment ago. How close are you? It's all right, Cid.
We must needs plan our next move. Pray continue liaising with your respective nations. Cid, would you be our man in Ul'dah?
I'll be whatever and wherever you need me to be.
We haven't a moment to waste. All right, let's do this.
Thancred's fate weighs heavy on my mind. I cannot bear to think of him in thrall to an Ascian. Mayhap you know this already, but the Ascians are immortal beings without physical form. Since time immemorial, they have fanned the flames of chaos from the shadows. That they might work unseen, the Ascians entrap and possess mortal men by means of malign artifacts known as crystals of darkness. One such crystal may yet be the key to saving Thancred.
This is a crystal of darkness.
A mere replica, created using data obtained from anomalous crystals found across Eorzea.
It comes to us courtesy of the students of Baldessian, our distant allies. Even for an Archon, Thancred's talents are exceptional. We all had complete confidence in him. It was for this reason that none among us foresaw the danger in sending him to investigate the Ascians alone.
Thancred had been striving to fill the void left by Louisoix. Yet, it was plain that he was overtaxing himself.
Yeah. He would volunteer for everything, and work till he was dizzy.
And the toll taken by his exertions made him vulnerable to Ascian influence.
The crystal that binds Thancred must be somewhere on his person. If we could but destroy it, his Ascian possessor would be compelled to relinquish control over him. You have proven the stoutest of allies, standing with us through thick and thin. Yet the most perilous struggle is still to come. For the sake of the realm and Thancred, I ask that you lend us your strength once more. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. As I am sure you are aware, the realm was saved from certain doom 5 years ago by heroes known as the Warriors of Light. What you may not be aware of is that your many feats in service to the Scions have prompted folk to make certain comparisons. I must confess, you do remind me of them. Yet remember this, however glorious the past, it is the hero's lot to be judged on the deeds of the present. A new darkness threatens the realm, and the people cry out for a savior. I believe that you are he, a warrior of light, here in the present, guided by the crystal's will. Come, my friends, let us fight to save.
This one. Gotta be level 49 for that. Wow, level 49? I gotta be level 49 for that. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out the best way to get to level 49. Probably do some more raids and stuff, but anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like future content videos, and I will see you all in the next one.